Chapter 4 Whispers of a Dead Planet. When a world forgets to hope, the ones who remember become dangerous. The first light of artificial dawn flickered through the shattered remains of East City. Long ago, it had been a bustling metropolis. Now, all that remained were hollow shells of buildings and scorched asphalt. The sun never rose here. Goku's key storms blanketed the upper atmosphere in a permanent swirl of crimson haze. Saitama stood on the rooftop of a crumbling tower, staring at the horizon. His yellow cape flapped in the stale wind. He looked calm, but his mind was restless. Beneath him, resistance troops worked in silence. A few had begun rebuilding a communications relay to tap into the old Capsule Corp satellite grid, whatever scraps Goku hadn't corrupted. Every movement was cautious. Every whisper short. Fear had become their second skin. Kale appeared beside him, her armor repaired, her expression grim as always. "You slept 3 hours," she said without preamble. "I snored. Loudly." Saitama chuckled. "At least I still feel human." Kale handed him a small ration capsule. Inside, synthetic rice, a cube of rehydrated protein, and a strange green paste labeled Veg Boost. "Breakfast of champions," Saitama muttered. Kale folded her arms, eyes on the sky. "We received a ping. Goku's thralls are massing near North City ruins. Probably testing a new key weapon." Saitama raised an eyebrow. "Like a beam cannon or something?" She shook her head. "No. Something worse. They call it the Null Flame. It burns energy itself, key life force thought. Nothing grows back after it touches." His face turned serious. "Guess I'm headed north." She hesitated. "It's not just that. There's someone there. An energy signature that doesn't match Goku's forces. Too weak to be a threat. But, it's consistent. It's alive. And it's familiar." Into the ruins. Saitama departed alone. No soldiers. No key flares. Just his footsteps echoing through forgotten streets and fractured highways. He leapt over collapsed bridges and landed silently between ruins once filled with life. The deeper he went, the colder it felt. Not physically, key storms distorted more than temperature. He couldn't shake the sensation that he was walking through a tomb. Burnout tanks littered the roads. Craters miles wide. He passed a statue of Hercule, defaced and melted down, replaced with a mockery. A Saiyan skull carved in obsidian. Eventually, the key trail led him underground. A partially collapsed subway system stretched beneath the city. He slipped through broken tiles and found himself in pitch darkness. For a moment, it reminded him of Z-City's abandoned tunnels back home. But here, there was no life. No monsters. Just absence. Then a voice. Weak. Raspy. Familiar. "You're not one of them." Saitama's eyes adjusted. In the corner of the chamber, amid shattered columns and forgotten circuitry, sat a figure, slumped, shackled, and half buried in dust. An old man. A Saiyan tail severed at the base. "Raditz?" The ghost. He looked nothing like the warrior Saitama had seen in archive footage. His armor was in tatters. Hair cut short. One eye cybernetic, flickering blue. The other hollow with time. He coughed. "So the bald legend lives." Saitama tilted his head. "Didn't you die, like decades ago?" Raditz laughed. "I did. Goku resurrected me. Not out of mercy. Out of spite." He strained against the keychains binding him. "Said I was unfinished business. Wanted to watch me rot while he burned the galaxy." Saitama crouched. "You're not one of the thralls?" Raditz snarled. "They tried. Goku wanted me obedient. I refused. He used me in experiments. Key suppression, memory erasure. But something held. I remembered Kakarot before he broke. Saitama sat cross-legged, listening. Raditz's voice dropped. He talks to someone. Always. Not Frisia. Not Beerus. Someone deeper. Saitama blinked. Like a voice in his head? Raditz nodded. A god he found in the void between universes. It speaks in dreams. Whispers promises. It's where he learned about the Convergence. The name chilled the air. Saitama had heard it before. The ritual meant to fuse universes and destroy those deemed imperfect. His own world was next in line. What do you know about it? Saitama asked. Raditz coughed again. Not enough. But I heard names. The Mirror Gate. The Seed of Collapse. And a place. Kai's End. Saitama stood. I'll get you out of here. Raditz's voice grew urgent. You can't. If I leave this place, he'll know. I'm tagged. Tracked. But I can tell you how to find the seed. Saitama frowned. Seed? It's the anchor. The artifact that lets Goku fuse timelines. Destroy it, and the ritual fails. A faint beeping sound cut through the silence. Raditz looked up, pale. They found me. Null Flame approaches. Above the ruins, the sky opened. A massive airship, black and red, shaped like a burning ring, descended through the clouds. Goku's sigil pulsed across its surface. Underneath it, energy began to concentrate. Saitama could feel it. The Null Flame, a swirling core of anti-energy, eating light and ki like a black hole made of fire. Inside the chamber, Raditz trembled. Go! Before it sees you! Saitama turned, about to argue, but something shifted in the air. A new presence. A thrall, massive, armored, pulsing with Goku's corrupted ki, dropped into the chamber. It had no face. Only a mask etched with Goku's smile, and claws of obsidian. It didn't speak. It charged. The fight below. Saitama dodged effortlessly. The thrall moved like a berserker, firing spiraling ki blades from its arms. Walls shattered. The ceiling cracked. Raditz screamed as debris rained down. Stop holding back, he yelled. Use your strength. Saitama narrowed his eyes. He flashed forward. One punch, precise, silent, shattered the thrall's mask. It fell backward, exploding in a spiral of corrupted ki. But it was too late. The Null Flame's glow had grown stronger. Raditz reached into his tattered armor and handed Saitama a broken shard of crystal. This will lead you to the Kai's End. It's in another realm. Not here. You'll need the Rift Key. He collapsed. The crystal pulsed, showing glimpses of a place where time ran backward, and gods screamed in silence. Saitama stared at it. Well, that's unsettling. He turned to go, but not before pausing, bowing his head slightly toward the broken form of Raditz. Thanks. The departure. Back at the Resistance base, chaos erupted when the Null Flame attack reached their outer scouts. Entire districts vanished, not in fire, but in silence. Like they'd never existed. Saitama arrived carrying the crystal. Kale stared at it, stunned. You found the seed's location? He nodded. But it's in a place called Kai's End. Ever heard of it? She paled. That's a myth. A pocket dimension where the old Kais imprison forbidden artifacts. Saitama handed her the crystal. Guess we're visiting. Kale glanced at him. This won't be like anything you've faced. Time doesn't flow properly there. Sanity breaks. He gave her a small smile. Neither of those things ever worked on me anyway. Closing scene, Goku's throne. In the center of space, atop the ruins of the Galactic King's palace, Goku sat on a throne of floating debris. His body shimmered between forms, base, Super Saiyan blue, ultra instinct, as if he no longer bothered to contain his power. Beside him stood a shadow, tall, shifting, inhuman. The Whisperer. "The bald one moves toward the seed," it said. Goku's smile deepened. "Good. Shall we stop him?" "No," Goku whispered. "Let him come. The seed must taste a worthy soul before it blossoms." And behind him, 1,000 thralls knelt, waiting.